I went phoneless for a week. It changed my life. Can you guys go phoneless for a week? Probably not. I probably can't. Let's just lock in. See if this guy can. Who knows?
Yep, like most of you, I'm addicted to my phone. There are just not many moments where I'm not plugged in.
Okay, maybe not that bad. Six
It's really
hours.
easy to get caught up thinking that this is the only way it can be. And to me, that's really depressing. So I decided to challenge that. For the next week, I am deleting my phone out of existence to see what happens to my brain. For real. I've seen countless self-help videos talking about social media detoxing and dopamine resets, and I've always imagined to myself, what if I did that? No.
So,
I can't do that. My whole life is on this thing. Right? The rule of the week is extremely simple. No phones. In fact, just to make sure
about
that I have the full
computers?
experience, I'm going to remove all screens out of the next week. The only exception to this is my laptop, in which I'll work 9 to 5 only editing. This is all happening whilst I'm on a city break holiday, so keep that in mind. And with all of that, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how this challenge has literally changed my day-to-day life. It's been about a month since my digital detox, and my whole life has changed. Not in the ways that you might expect. So let's begin. I'm starting this challenge on a Saturday night and then resuming on Sunday morning in 1 week's time. I end my last day of screen time with a movie night, but as you can see, I was getting pretty nervous about the week ahead. Luckily, I have my friend Sam with me, who gave me some moral support.
Why was he sitting like that? He was just sitting like
So it was goodbye to all my tech. I decided to ceremoniously put it all in a drawer until next week. Immediately, I felt the effects of not having a phone to grab out of boredom. I mean, at this point, I already knew that it was going to be a tough one. So I went to bed with the hopes that in the morning, I'd feel a bit more confident.
Well, good morning. This is it. This is the beginning of the digital detox.
Isn't he putting a camera up though? It does have a screen. Isn't that kind of breaking the rules? I don't know. I need to quit pausing.
I've not been looking forward to this challenge, to be honest with you. But you know what, ladies and fins? I'm gonna do this, and I know it's gonna be fine. Let's start the day. Let's start the day. God, phoneless. This is weird. I don't like this.
That first morning, the reality was really setting in.
Bony apple feet.
Suddenly, I was realizing all the things that I couldn't do anymore.
No music. That's a big one. No music.
Now I warn you, this next sentence will probably trigger any millennials out there. I had to actually look at a physical clock to get the time. I mean, how dumb is that to even have to be a part of the challenge? The one thing I knew right off the bat was that I needed a watch. It would possibly be the most important thing that I could get for this challenge. Boredom at this stage was pretty bad. I even changed clothes just because I didn't know what else to do.
Today's a Sunday, which is a bit of a weird day to start this challenge. I've got absolutely no plans today. Maybe that's a huge mistake, but also maybe throwing myself in the deep end might be the best thing for the rest of the week. It's actually quite nice to have not been on social media today.
Thankfully for my mental health, I had timely visitors. My parents. And little Alf. There's nothing quite like a visit from these guys.
He's cute.
Feeling slightly more refreshed and optimistic, it was on to task
Very
number two,
cloudy.
buying a watch. This was surprisingly easy, and the first shop I walked into had a pretty cool secondhand Casio just sitting right there looking at me. I took this baby home with me.
I can tell the time now.
And now that I could tell the time, it was beer o'clock. If you're wondering how I paid for anything, I'm taking my MagSafe wallet around with me. This has got my credit card in it and my driver's license, but that's it. Nothing digital. It was all going so well. Until we get back into our flat and there's a giant rat that scurries across the kitchen floor and into this kitchen unit. Unfortunately, this was really gross and we didn't really want to stay here anymore, so I booked an Airbnb somewhere else.
Okay,
using
it's
my
a
phone,
rat. He could have got it
which
out.
totaled about 8 minutes of extra screen time, but I'm not going to count it because retrospectively, it didn't do anything to my digital detox experience. It's up to you whether you think it's cheating, but that happened.
Good morning, champions. All right, today is Monday, the second day of the challenge, and I'm feeling all right. It's weird waking up without a phone. My typical pattern is to just scroll, but none of that today. Because of our little rat infestation here, we're gonna move out. We've booked a new place and it happens to be cheaper than this one. I'm actually quite excited to do that because, I don't know, just something about the idea of moving, some change of scenery. Sounds really good. I've got to do some editing today. Now, the rules of engagement with this laptop is 9 to 5 editing only. No social media apps. And that strictly stops at 5 o'clock today. Also, bonus quest today, might get a skateboard. Maybe. We'll see.
Yep, you guessed it. Your boy got himself a sweet new set of wheels. I've always wanted to be a skater boy. See you later, boy. And what better opportunity to focus myself than on learning a new skill whilst doing a digital detox? I wasted no time and was practicing from the moment
That's some
I left
big
that skate.
skateboard.
Just ran over a kid.
Thankfully on this day, the skate gods blessed me and I did not fall off in the most spectacular way possible. If you were hoping to see that happen, then you will not be disappointed later on. Trust me.
Old school, man. I haven't decided
That's
to
some
meet
big-ass
someone without a
skateboard.
phone since I was a kid.
And this experience
Giant.
really showed me how connected and
Can't even do like a
up to date
kickflip
I
on that.
usually am. The
Unless you
meetup
really
was a
try to.
success.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This marks the beginning of relearning
So
how I
close to
make
the
plans
camera.
for the rest of the week. I had a quick look through the leaflet that showed where the skate parks were nearby, and I marked this down as a quest for later. Now it's time to get moving into the new place. This was honestly such a huge help for me. We went from being in a dark, rat-infested basement flat to a light, airy first-floor apartment. It was a lifesaver, and something as simple as daylight coming through the living room just made a whole world of difference. And it was time to work. I managed to get a good 3 hours of solid editing done.
I'm assuming this is somewhere in
Using a
Europe,
laptop screen often
just
kind
by
of
the
felt like I
scenery.
was cheating, just seeing all the bright colors.
But I
and
don't know.
vibrant
It could be the
squares
US.
holding endless entertainment for me at the click of a button.
Or another
Luckily,
country.
with Sam here holding me accountable, especially during those first few days, I found it really easy to ignore.
Good morning. You may realize that my voice is a little bit gone. And that's because last night I did something I don't usually do. Karaoke. I screamed into a microphone for an hour. Was it worth it? Absolutely. So far this challenge has been going pretty well. I think there have been a few changes in my lifestyle in just small ways. I think that without my phone, I feel immediately more sociable. I realized that yesterday when I was out in town, I was really feeling like I could just talk to everyone. Same with basically anyone in shops. I've just been talking to them. Usually I would just stay quiet. I'm also doing a lot more to fill my day. Today I'm going to a life drawing class. Can't record any of it, but that should be really fun. I used to love drawing, and I haven't drawn in
For a
years.
drawing
I
class.
did life drawing today. Look at this. The dude had his willy out. He had his wiener out. So yeah, I did that today, which was really awesome and a total curveball in what I usually do in my life. It felt really healthy. Not gonna lie, it felt like a really good, like wholesome thing. I've definitely felt a need to reach for my phone more today. I just miss having
Why'd my
things like
webcam just, like,
accessibility to
tweak
just
out?
navigation, because I'm in a city, so it's like I just want to know where I'm going. I want to know.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see more reaction videos like this. And also, sorry for the webcam. It sucks. It's terrible buying one, but my bad.
Where things are.
Day 4 was a massive turning point in this challenge. Today I went from lethargic phoneaholic to over-energized life enjoyer. I woke up and immediately the benefits of not having any social media or screens hit me in my soul. I loved every second of this day, and more than anything, I knew that I finally had something to report back with in this video. The initial worry of digital detoxing being a slow and miserable journey quickly evaporated today, and I saw the other side. I was so distracted by actual real life that I totally forgot to film any updates today. Thank God for voiceovers. This, right here, is why I needed to do this challenge. It may sound pathetic, but I needed to see that life could be bearable without a phone. And the hard truth that is seeping in right now is that it might actually be better.
Yo, my bad. There's some like itch in my ear real quick. There we go. My bad, my bad.
With my bag packed, I was off to a co-working space to get some Finzar work done. This was a great opportunity to do a full day of work and see if my productivity has been increased.
I don't know
with
where
lack
this
of
is at.
screen time. Things were looking good. Until social anxiety. Yep, I didn't film any of the co-working space because I felt too awkward, which is one thing that digital detoxing just can't fix. I, however, did meet a really nice person there and got all of my work done. So I count that as a huge success, and I do put a lot of it down to lack of screen time. With a good day's work in the bag, I was off back to the house where I'd meet Sam and we'd go out to get some drinkies together. Having Sam here with me was an absolute blessing for this challenge. Being able to blow off steam in the evenings like this made such a huge difference. It's a shame that my camera skills are so, well, yeah, I could do with a cameraman. The penultimate day arrives and my cameraman joins it. It was a beautiful day on day 6, perfect for some light channel work, and dare I say it, skateboarding? Time in the last 5 days has been going a lot slower than usual for me, so this day felt surreal to have arrived. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was happy that the challenge was close to an end, or sad. Whatever the case, with Jack here, I decided this would be a perfect time to find that skate park that I'd pointed at earlier on day 2. So here we are, the skate park. A whole 4 days of skating around, all leading up to this one moment. And lo and behold, a small ramp presents itself to me. Being at least a level 1.5 skater, I push myself towards it, only to turn myself into a single leg.
No, I bet that didn't feel good.
I tried it. Fall down, you gotta keep going. Gotta get back up. I really hurt myself.
As if you couldn't get any better analogy for this whole challenge. You just gotta keep going. After embarrassing myself for 30 minutes and chatting to some very kind real-life skater boys, see you later boys, it was time for some food. Very food. Anyway, here are the war wounds from today.
Oh.
Hopefully that earned a sympathy like from you. And maybe a sub. The day was rounded off by a lovely sunset, skimming some stones, and finally some downtime with the fam.
You know what? Can I do a serious update really quick? Just a really quick one. I'm not looking forward to having my phone back.
I mean, you could just, like, ditch it.
I've got some serious management to be doing with my phone. I want to turn off notifications. That's probably the main thing because I find them quite stressful. The idea of it alone is quite stressful. And also really limit social media. And I mean probably just not use Twitter again. Anyway, bye.
So here it is, the final day. I meant it, what I said. I was not looking forward to having my phone back. Not one bit. The constant notifications, dopamine hits, and I think most importantly, the complete lack of self-control. But hey, let's not get emotional about it. This has been a great experience, and great experiences deserve a great send-off.
Guys, what do we do? I don't know.
Today, bro.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow.
You don't have to get back on your phone. You can just, like, quit.
Hello. Today's been weird. Really weird. I haven't really enjoyed having my phone on me. The first thing I felt this morning when I turned it on was actually just incredible stress because I was thinking about all these different notifications and having to respond to a lot of people, and I don't know, I think I was just starting to get actually used to not thinking about that kind of thing. I'll do an update in about a week's time and let you know how I've been getting on.
Now we're in Switzerland. Amazing
It's
view.
been about a month since my digital detox, and my whole life has changed. Not in the ways that you might expect. The biggest change that I made after finishing this challenge was turning off every single notification other than on WhatsApp and text messages, but that's about it. So other than WhatsApp, everything is off. Everything. The stress reduction from not having notifications just pinging and ponging all the time is actually palpable, and it feels so much better. Apple Watch no longer exists. RIP. That's a big chunk of money gone. My screen time has actually been more or less the same as it has been before, but with different things, if that makes sense. So usually I'd be scrolling on Instagram and Twitter, and that would be the majority of my screen time before. But now it's just YouTube, because I usually just leave videos playing in the background when I'm cooking, doing chores,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So my screen time's still the same, roughly. You know, like I think it's like 3 hours. Screenshot,
That's not that bad at all.
3 hours 50. Guess, that's just a guess. But it's mostly YouTube. So I don't feel too guilty about that. I still want it to be lower just for the sake of numbers, but you know what? It's fine. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. 100%. You should get rid of your phone as soon as possible. All right, that's a bit hyperbole, but like, you know, just get rid of the social media apps. If you've learned anything from this, just get rid of them. You don't need them. You don't. I don't need them. My job's on here, and I don't need them. Anyway, let's end this video with some Skyrim music, because that's where I am right now. I'm in Skyrim. I'm in.
Do you guys need your phone? Probably not. But if you do, subscribe.